Well, it is the calm after the storm. Look at that. There's like not a cloud in the sky after that crazy hurricane that we just had to deal with. I'm actually out of doors. I know I probably don't need to have a douche beanie on my head because it's not really cold yet, but I was cold earlier and it was a little more windy, but it's really phenomenal weather right now and I gotta spend it indoors editing. Ha ha ha, there's the sun. How about that? So today's video is just gonna be a little bit different than other videos, I guess. My neighbor, who I never talk to, but yeah, I think today's gonna be sort of like a vlog. I don't do vlogs because I don't have a lot to say. Like, my life is not thrilling enough to do like daily vlogs. I don't do anything important. I have a 9-to-5 job. I mean, like, this. My cat just jumped on my deck and scared the crap out of me. I thought you were the boogeyman. Anyway, I think I'm going to transfer this indoors because I'm tired of holding this. Be back in a minute. Well, I've now moved indoors. So, I was tired of holding the camera because I'm lazy like that. But, like I was saying, today's video is just a little bit different because it's kind of like a random ramblings type of thing because I filmed 2 videos last weekend to possibly put up this weekend. And I don't like them. I'm not happy with them. I felt like I kind of rushed them, I guess. And I just wasn't feeling it, so I just filmed them anyway. Well, no, one of them I wasn't feeling. The other one is another taste testing, and it's okay, but I've done a lot of those recently, so I don't really want to bombard you people with like nothing but taste testings. What does this girl do? Nothing but sit around and eat? Well, yeah, that's why it's called Fat Kid Friendly, but not really. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I do have another video for this week, not just this one, so you don't have to be completely disappointed. But this is just kind of like a, hey, how's everybody doing? My all 23 subscribers. Hope everybody's having a great week. My fellow Fat Kid Friendly folk. I forgot to say that. I'm terrible. But, yeah, I just have, my life during the week is not as thrilling as most. When you work a regular day job from, my day usually, I get to work about 8:30, and I can leave somewhere from, sometimes I'll leave at 5, 5:30, 6. I've even left at 7 and 8 before. It depends on what I'm doing. And as I've stated before, I work at an engineering office, so I do drafting for an engineering company. And that can get pretty intense. We've been working on some crazy projects, some really big, really important projects. And so that's been keeping me fairly busy and distracted. This past week, it was just kind of like, I want to film this, but maybe I want to film this, maybe I want to film this. I don't know what I want to film. And then it just turned into, there was just a lot going on. We recently had this Hurricane Matthew, that came through, and it didn't affect me by any means like it affected everybody else, because I'm not on the coast. I'm like four hours from the coast is like the closest. So, but my parents do live on the coast. So I was really worried about my parents. But my mom, I haven't really talked much about her, because I figured maybe that would come later. But my mom has a terminal illness. She's been sick for quite a few years now, and it just really worries me when things like this happen as to whether or not, you know, she will be okay, she can get to her treatments. all things like this. My dad is also disabled, so that's a whole other story in itself. I mean, it was just, that is a story time dealing with that. That was some intense few years. But I was really worried about them. So I kept making sure they were okay. I tried to get them to come up here and be with me, but you know, my dad's one of those, we're not leaving our house. So, okay, don't leave, just don't die. But yeah, so I was just kind of distracted this week. We were starting on some new stuff at work, and that's been keeping me busy. But hey, I do have some awesome news. I got a compliment from my boss the other day, and it completely shocked me because it was about a previous project that I was working on, and he said that it was wonderfully drafted and something else. I don't know. I have the message somewhere. But he actually paid me this really awesome compliment because I thought I destroyed this project. It was the first big one I had worked on for this company, and I was like, are you sure that that's what you wanted? Because I thought I did terrible, and you guys are going to think I'm completely incompetent. You're going to think I'm just an idiot. I mean, these are the things that go through my head. I was so worried that this job was just going to make me lose my job. I was so worried about it. And the fact that he was like, no, you did really good. And I'm like, oh, God, thank God. So that means I'm coming to work next week, right? You know, that's all I think about is, I want to prove to you that I can do this because I told you I could in my interview. I've only been there for 4 months, so it's still fairly new. And, again, there's more stories about stuff going on there. I think I got some story time stuff to tell if people are ever actually interested in them. I don't know if people care. If you do, let me know. If you don't, whatever. I mean, people don't usually let me know whether they do or don't. And also, people don't realize that does help us as growing YouTubers. The more you like a video or comment on a video, even if you don't like a video, and you say why you don't like it, but besides just being mean, like, don't be like, I didn't like it because of your face. That's okay, thanks. But if you say you don't like a video because maybe it was too quiet, it was too boring, it wasn't funny, it was too serious, just whatever, just say why you didn't like it, why it didn't appeal to you. That actually lets YouTubers know maybe they need to switch things up for their audience. So I like to give that little tip to people. I had a phone call and I completely lost my train of thought. I guess it doesn't really matter now, but anyway. But you're trying to keep your head up. You're trying to, I really want to build my brand. I don't have a brand. I call it my brand, but I want to build the channel. I want people to, I guess, know that Fat Kid Friendly exists. I just dropped something. I also never really explained what Fat Kid Friendly is. I mean, I have it in my description box if you ever read the description box. But it's in my description box, and it's just basically a state of mind. That's what Fat Kid Friendly is. It's, again, it's something I've always said anytime, like the weather right now is cooler outside, so I call it Fat Kid Friendly weather. Because fat people sweat. That's what we do. You know, and when it's cooler outside, I don't sweat so much, so it's Fat Kid Friendly. You know, whenever there's, like, really good food, someone brings, like, pizza to work, I'm like, yes, Fat Kid Friendly food. That's just something I've always done. I've said it for so long, I just don't even know, I don't even know where it started. But, my hair, you don't even want to know what this looks like underneath. It's so fuzzy right now. But, it's just something I've always said, but then I started thinking about it. I'm like, you know what, it's also a state of mind. Fat Kid Friendly is just that being happy, being kind to people. You know, you can be Fat Kid Friendly and not be a fat kid. It's just like who you are as a person. You know, I just promote being kind to each other. Things like that. Like, you don't have to agree with everything that everybody says all the time. Like, you don't. You don't have to agree with me. I don't care. You have the right to have your own opinions and views and ways of thinking about things. That's what makes us individuals. But don't get mad because people don't see things your way. Maybe talk to each other, understand each other, and be nice about it. But I just don't believe in, just don't bully people. Don't call people names. There's no sense in ever calling people names. Instead of just being like, oh my God, I don't agree with that. Why don't you agree with it? Maybe because you don't understand it or things like that. And I guess that's just how I am. You know, I don't expect everybody to agree with me. I don't care. I really don't care. But don't resort to being a bully about it. There's just no sense in that ever. There's really not. Right now I'm just rambling. Really rambling about nothing, but I just feel really strongly about that. In today's society, especially with social media, I have to almost not be on there because I get so angry because people feel that your opinion offends me, so now it doesn't matter anymore. Well, that's not how that works. Like, your opinion of my opinion is offending you, but your opinion is still okay. Like, that's not how that works. Just because it offends you doesn't mean that they shouldn't be able to say it. Now, yeah, if they were directly saying, well, in my opinion, I think you should die. Well, that's not right. You know, but, anybody that ever says, like, I don't understand people, I really don't. Anyone that ever says, you should just go kill yourself. Don't ever do that. Like, why? Because what if that person did? Like, you would sit there and go, oh my God, I told them to go kill themselves, and they did. Okay, well, now you're responsible for that because you made them feel that way. Sort of. I have opinions about that, but I don't feel like talking about that anyway. But I'm just saying, don't degrade people and tell people they should just go die because they have a different opinion than yours. Or don't act like you're oppressed because of someone else's opinion. That's the most ridiculous thing I can stand in today's, like, social society. And people will spread it like wildfire. That if you have one opinion, then you're obviously like this. Well, no, you don't know me. And I just feel like people are so quick, just like quick to get aggressive with each other. I don't understand it. I really don't. And it's so easy to hide behind a keyboard and say these things than to say it to people's faces. Like, it's so easy to sit there and just type away, saying what you want to say and insulting people. But, like, here's something that I always say, okay? You have the right to believe what you believe. I have the right to believe what I believe. What I do not have the right to do is force you to believe what I believe. And I cannot hurt you because of my beliefs. I can't discriminate you because of my beliefs. So many people are forgetting about this. They're like, you have to accept me and like me. No, we don't. And I don't, this goes for everyone. This does not have anything, I'm going to make this statement, this doesn't have anything to do with, like, sexuality or skin color or anything like that, okay? Not remotely. This has to do with anybody and everybody. Even me, as who I am, I'm a big person. You have to like me. No, they don't. People do not have to like me just because I'm fat. They don't have to like me. And that's their prerogative. I don't care. Just don't be mean to me because of it. Just because you don't like me. Don't try to hurt me or discriminate against me because you don't like the way I look or something. That's what people forget. You have to accept me. No. We just can't hurt you because of it. I cannot cause harm to you because I don't agree with your views or how you live your life or who you are or what you look like. I can't cause harm to you and I can't discriminate because of that. But I do not have to be friends with you. I don't have to like you. You don't have to like me. That's how this works, okay? And if people don't, like, and like I said, some people don't because they don't understand. And instead of coming at them, like, pointing fingers, we need to stop pointing fingers at each other. I'm so sick of this, like, well, you don't like me because of this, well, you don't like me because of this. Well, how about you both just talk it out and say why you don't understand each other, and maybe we can have some reasoning here, and maybe we can get along better instead of just pointing out why each other sucks. Like, I don't I just don't get this. Like, that's not how I approach things. I don't point fingers at people and be like, well, you know why you have a problem? Because you have curly hair. What? You know, like, that's how ridiculous it sounds to me. And just because you don't like one side doesn't mean you are for the other side. You know, there is an in-between on things, but anyway, I guess I've rambled enough about my views on that too. And that's pretty much what this whole channel is about, is just accepting and being kind to each other and loving each other and getting to understand each other versus not. You know, I'm not trying to promote being unhealthy by any means. I do want to say that in this channel. Am I trying to say, you know what, we're fat and get used to it? No, I'm not on board with that. You know, like, you have to love me because of that. No, I'm for being healthy. I am for being healthy. Like, you know what? There are people with a lot of health problems. They have issues that make it... I understand that, okay? I do understand, which is another story for another day. But I do understand that sometimes it is harder for people to lose weight, and they need motivation. They don't need people telling them they're lazy and they suck, that's why they're fat. You really think that's going to make somebody want to go exercise? No, that's going to make them binge watch Netflix and eat a bowl of ice cream with some potato chips in it. Like, that's not going to help anybody. So being there for them, be like, you know what, this is something that I eat every day. Maybe if you like this, try this. Or try this little exercise. Just little things that you can do to help motivate people instead of condemning people all the time. But, you know, I do support being healthy. I do not support people being lazy and unhealthy. And I'm not exactly active. I don't go to the gym. I freaking hate the gym. I hate it so much. I'm just saying that I support being healthy, okay? I support healthy eating habits and trying to live your life better. You know, whatever it is, you do you. As long as, just be happy. As long as you're happy and quit making everybody else miserable. That's what we want to talk about. Don't make everybody so miserable, okay? If you're miserable, why? What can we do to fix that? I'm just generally a happy, goofy person. That's who I am. And I want everybody else to be happy and goofy with me, all right? And I don't pass judgment on people. I'm not sitting there looking at people like that. So that's pretty much just what I want to get the message out. Is that's who I am, and that's what this channel is about. Is just be yourself. And this channel is actually helping me to overcome a lot of these insecurities. Especially about my weight. And about people looking at me and judging me. And this is just putting myself out there and say, you know what? This is me. This is who I am, and this is my personality. Get used to it. I guess that's just really what I'm trying to say. But I've rambled on about this enough. I just kind of wanted to give you guys a look into what goes through my brain and what I'm dealing with, and my first kind of blog, rant, ramble, whatever you want to call it. I do hope that you guys enjoyed looking at this and taking a step into my world to see kind of how I look at things and what this is about. And I will be posting many more videos and different ideas, different things that I'm going for. If you did like this video, let me know. Comment, like, and subscribe down below. Tell me what you didn't like, etc., etc. Don't forget to like me on social media. All my information is in the video stuffs in the banner down below. And I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Bye.